jumeze obo mo zene fi otum ze etum na akodo nti ehwe oye sekita horo a wotum no ahyasa wo hyaso bebi ne sese wogudu dam pempense sese ho bo ho mo zende mo fomo butum na fi otum ze nkwima akoyim dem o kan ye wie yara ye bokọ hineyin of bretuberin o dem mo from wo basic school no obo mo zene fi wotum hu de nkontebu aba fiance ba ko ndime ndi ya ho science math quiz o dem mo fomo wotum no nti nde jumezi owo oye letter day sent nta Costa TV yetum ya aba na ba bo hwe jumezi obutum abokoro ye hu da caps ahoro hina atum sisoro eche de jumezi nyaza otutu na asekra ze besre mo from of bretuberin odo hu hye de jumezi no obo mo zene fi wotum o hu amadachi si fi ha na ko oye school fufuruma anade akọ senior high school na also abo mo zene fi etum na akoyi batuta asra ya awofo na hwedefo so be yemmo mo zene fi etum hye mo fomo nkwen dibiara obe bia so amawotum na wozu nkwen wo hora brabo akọpọ hira ti yehwe za oboto obokodo abra wotum wo hye dwuma bia so o ma bi na abdara manes to organize this science and math for the basic schools.
Okay, thank you very much. Actually, the science and math quiz has become necessary because secondary schools are known to be doing science and math quiz, but later we realized that the basic schools are migrated to SHS. So whatever SHS is doing to elevate science and math in secondary school, we want to start from the basic level. Knowing very well that after BEC, we realize that students always have problem with science and math. So this quiz is bringing their mind back to science and math.
Why do you choose to do only science and math? Why to have different subjects?
Good. As I already said, different subjects very important, especially English. But looking at the analysis of BEC, the problem always is the science and math. That is where we are hammering. I think earlier on we have an intervention from Korea government, which is also hammering on girls in science and math. So now that we have neglected other subjects, without English we can't do science and math. We encourage teachers and learners to go into English as well, but the problem area is what we are hitting.
Yes, we have different circuits in Cape Metro, but we have Cape circuit, the photo circuit, the law circuit, and boom circuit. What happened, and now we are on this circuit?
Yeah, thank you. We started the quiz program from the school level. Okay. So we do the inter-schools, where the circuit, within the circuit, they organize their own inter-schools. So they have selected best students that will represent the circuit. So we do the preliminary for the circuit level to today. These are the circuits that qualify to the grand finale.
So after here, what next?
Yeah, after here we, as a metro, we are selecting best contestants. Now they have institutionalized science and math quiz at the basic level. So last year, I was privileged to take some of our schools from Metro to Kumasi to compete at the national level. This year too, we have done that. Pedu A, as a basic school, public school, was able to qualify to grand finale at the national level. So this has pushed us to quickly organize. As we are doing this, we are going to select the best contestants from all the circuits to represent the Metro at the national level.
Let's see the government give some advice to the students as well as the schools who are contesting.
Okay. My teachers, head teachers, students, contestants, my advice is science and math quiz is not just for learning. It's promote your own public speaking, ability to think fast or critical thinking, and open you to the whole world. Now, without science, ICT, and mathematics, you can't move on. So we thought it was to organize this to push students, those who are afraid of science and math, to begin to understand the fact that without mathematics, without science, the world will be a bit close to them. So my advice is they should take this opportunity to go into the science, especially when they move to SHS. We expect more of them to do that of the science programs, just to help the metro and to help the nation at large. Thank you. heart is called what?
Arteries.
No.
Capillary.
No. Okay, Kepkos.
Red blood vessels.
No. Apo. That's correct for a point. Your major question, Apo. The valve which prevents the backflow of blood from the left ventricle into the left atrium is called
Bicuspid valve.
That's correct. That's correct. Components which transport digested food nutrients from the gut into the cell.
Blood vessels.
No. Bonus to the voting.
Red blood cells.
No. Yes, Ola.
Vitamins.
No. Okay. That's plasma. We're using 20 seconds for very short calculation. Contestants, are you ready? Are you ready? Good. I will start from Ola. And listen to the preamble. Listen attentively to the preamble.
Right, young on our countdown, or understand the page, Messiah, Baba Kihita Zohom. And I was only out to the new and 24th July 2025. When the Union Secretary, the Ghana, already to you, Union, since and if you do Basa Basilicono, in the late President, Professor Atanos, to you, Ghana, Yukusu, Union Society, Abraham. Insumire nti inde mfidwe ba sepepepe na yaba abatina si nti Ghana you asem ye kai papa you asem so ye bond pop kase funa yo to le hwe concert ni na na prayer babatina si inde mo na fitu ye mo nsem to ye junction inde fi mo so asoye ye hwe kon pa of no to be no acheche fe mo so asoye se de so basic schools I don't asoye KG, the man that call on the lower primary, upper primary, now that call on junior high school, as well as senior high school. I said I could see him now so in the very directorate, which minister say, Russia, so the medical require, never let me yet, no woman send it to him, or send a share power to the two, or the year the majority or a show require. This is your love, and I will tell you some about the the brain behind all these things is the out of there, you prefer to work there, I need my ability to do at Bonkumon. Use the premise to me at it's able to go to Morocco. You give a catcher, second super. Then the rich work is a free perspective. That could be a number less in the horse to melody. Then I was no bad. You're back, better for free.
Equals negative 3. Y and K equals 2. That's the preamble. Find the value of the following. Ola, yours is x squared minus 2y minus k.
9.
That's correct for 2 points. Minus ky plus x.
Two.
That's also correct for 3 points. Apo, yours is
Right, that's another problem. The too much never mind in the on your going to Central Region or Cape Coast Metro, Ministry Peripheral, I'm going to go to Mumbai, to know the way, and our your fear. A very number of Hatcher, actually, let him make it now since maybe to go to Fancy, also the Fancy, and I can borrow another to what I'm on about that. Nasi na watu mwacha hanazi na wose echira for baza mabebe mwe otu mabopon nyida baba shawasi eche da umba ngbo otu na abro wa ya brabon nti wacha dipi science na ema to school sa hope na indesisa yeko coordinator wo oya science and math school go me sim ha otu na adan no oya operate Thomas Crescent abdulu oya Cape Coast Metro Education STEM coordinator knows that Hudson or science and math in Papa. Aboko Yankui, the Biara, Otana, if you Otunako, or Schools Aho, or Cocoshas, Otuno Kodo. The Lord Sula Nature about our Sarah, it was Sua Manasa, Solida, Anida, Nina Brothers, I will not. My friend and I put out 5 years, no. Obìnrin tẹ̀lé àsánmi ní ìwé ìyáàmù ẹ̀ẹ́nẹ́fẹ̀ẹ́ tún yẹ kúrò yìí. Yàtọ̀ àbọ̀kọ̀sán kakra bi wọ̀ yẹ Ghana yẹ hyẹ àwọn ẹ̀sánsan náà kiri àsìkò wọ̀ yẹ ọmọ ní Ghana sẹ́dẹ̀ ní sọ̀tún náà ṣáàṣì. 1993 ní wọ́n tún wọ́n ṣáàṣì wọ̀ yẹ Ghana na ọ̀yẹ Unilever Ghana nkaanu na ọ̀tọ̀ yẹ ọ̀yẹ brilliant soap na wọ́n tún wọ́n bọ̀ ẹ̀ mọ́fù bẹ́ẹ̀ tó bẹ́ẹ̀ wọ́n tún wọ́n ṣẹ́ dẹ̀mí dìbò àti ọ̀pẹ̀yìn náà ọ̀tí egbòm dẹ̀mẹ́bẹ̀ẹ́ wọ́n tún wọ́n ṣẹ́ dẹ̀mí dìbò àti yẹ ọ̀yẹ Professor Marian Olama Ade and Oshasi 1993 kisi 2000 na aboy de biara or quiz master na lezima wo secondary school saho otuno bi se hono ye isem otuno kwadu wo sha se no cho hono be two schools are 16 days another 10 days as say to no da kanu ana otuno sha so gudu da ina se say to no bi wo kisi na na ko 135 in tere wo tana mo otuno wa kwayin now so the museum in Canada and Session, but in the area, if you go to school, or participate in or pick in Zaman life, or your school, reporters in the school, was a way I don't know. All students will be related with the terror village, the Bible to the my family to know that, so hotel knows a company, no 2 months, 3 months, no family, or 2 months for entity. Each of them, good guy, you are, that's a solution. It's yes, I saw a basis. Let's say them autumn uncle the answer. Until the prefer if you have that, no, do this one. So it's about second soon a party in Canada to be detained. You are a sweet boy and then hope you can have that nation saying the hour could get KB to beautify the program. But in the way to being I shall see what it be beyond the will be defined as a church of later day saint. So for Penny and if what about the papa. Say that with the whole to the more painful, go to the meeting. The most of the military director, the brother was saying, you prefer that would take me this. I couldn't offer our very no resident. So, when I got to that, quite a bit listening, when the battle and colonialism or canal and the moon and colonialism, it's a little answer. It's a record. Is that a good one? Good morning, sir. But I told you, yes, but when I tell you, good morning. No, but I told you. When you show her there, it's a phone. Because I don't know, you want to start from you, no matter what I'm trying to I didn't see that. No, Sunday. First, I'm going to have yesterday. It's great. The news of it, I'm going to time. You're probably going to weekend. Basic schools, because the best speech and prize in India, maybe 2 to the middle. You had a band that would be to organizers. My area in school base here is security level. And I think we have 6 secretors, more than that. Yes, it's why are you to your so let's start.
Thank you for the opportunity. Actually, I wanted to go the fancy way back.
You try and mess it up, no.
So, actually, Science and Math Quiz has been with us for a very long time. And at the basic school level, we relax a bit. But when the program begin to unfold, that after BEC, the results, there is question mark, and always the problem is the science and math. That is when the realization came that no, what should we do to improve our learners in their math and science subject? So we'll be seeing secondary schools do science and math quiz. How then do we bring that down to the basic schools? That's the question to answer. So the Metro Directorate, together with management, we thought it wise to start this science and math quiz. I remember we did the first one in 2023, but the subsequent year, things couldn't hold. We couldn't get sponsorship, so we relaxed a bit. But later, we have an intervention called Korea Cooperative Agency, which is Kwaika. So as part of the package they brought to Ghana, we had to organize inter-circuit and school quizzes for students to bring their knowledge back to science. So that was what edged me up, and I said, no, if that is that, we have to institutionalize science and math quiz in Cape Coast Metro. Because always in the national realm, it's Cape Coast schools that emerge winners, as we are saying right now. Infantipim SHS is the national winner for now. So we also start from the basic school just to push them as they migrate to secondary school. It will help augment what the secondary schools are doing.
Since I'm saying very for the automotive and to disturb the power, now the same to answer. Mukwana Kidizana in front of visit. Let me say that you share upon all the water teaching me, you share a color for the auto selecting of family or basic schools. This is the music your schools in the you circuit. It is then into the select and then you still into the select the middle here. Over.
Yes, it's America. The say, just as my boss said, we started from the school level. It is schools in by a for one secretary. Now, my quiz for school by school. It's almost share. Then from there we pick the best contestants from the circuit to represent that, from the schools to represent that circuit.
Yeah, sure. What team it's a selecting team. What team or how do you choose the quiz master? We have that team. More than the question Mr. to them. Our quiz master had a person if you why do we have that team in place?
Yeah. I say we are playing the whole role, consultants, and then we are there to judges, and then record their math as well. And also for say their problem be about teachers in they don't have to attack the quiz master or the over na you too check say na
let's see this. In terms of your organization purpose, still now people doesn't understand certain things. Your position, the process of the students, as well as your judges. Do you normally follow the secondary school one? Because nothing shows that this is the basic one. It's like the secondary school you are doing it. And how do they know the type of question? Do you give them topics to discuss or to learn before the quiz starts? Sorry.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Omar. Actually, the organization starts, as you said already. I've been following my boss, one Mr. Atapeni. He is the regional STEM coordinator. He is also in charge of all secondary schools in the region, the whole central region. So I've been looking at how he organized school by school, district by district before they select them to the national. So that is what gives me the edge to also do same. So I also start from the schools. We do it inter-schools. Then I leave it to CISOs, that's circuit supervisors, to organize the circuit level. I go to inspect. Then when they reach the metro level, then I take over from there. Then when it comes to the team, we have officers from the Metro Education Directorate and some teachers from the field. But they are with the children. They also know data. As my beautiful lady is here, she is now the mathematics master trainer in Cape Coast. But the interventions that came quicker, she's been selected as the master trainer of mathematics teachers. Myself, I take over that of the science. We'll be working hand in hand. So for the selection, that is how it's coming about. But at the metro level, as I say already, we are also looking into, so part of the judges here to look into the best students and just select them for future competitions.
So, you be gender balance. You want to be Mr. First, what can you do to the day? You know, Mr. Funda, show them a go to PT meeting. They do demonstrate. What Baba Korea for tomorrow. You know that I have 6 with that. They calculate circuit levels and to know and send them metro level. So we better money 10 to me here. For them, I feel what I level. I said that could do this or
Exactly. So for the intervention Korea brought, it has really helped girls. And math show science and maths. And yes, I know more sure. I think the exposure wasn't there. Yes, a man plays a kitchen. Yeah. No, now we are encouraging the girls to come up. Whatever the boys can do, girls can equally do. Into this time, a man multiply through the intervention and then the promotion of science and maths. Quizzes and then the lessons. A man warrior this is so
in terms of the parental care and the getting the purchase of the student in terms of what the school and what can as it yes any of the main to the since I'm there most I am myself and what to know the zeal I want to know what the answer all your questions are because most of to more business. I think that without Korea, can you survive? Yes, well, Ben, they called me, the coordinator for Oil Korea, he called me because he wanted to meet with me. He asked me this question. So, I said, hey, why this question is big. So, that Korea can win. So, with the help of, I have my kind of account, I was in a meeting.
Okay, I think we can survive in a way. But on program no the buy na boy pa. Wa boy. First that you fan say a classroom and my man na be picture enkunya ni ade e ma be practice ya. You ma e ma me ya e ma no no through their intervention. Ya ma you say and Bibiana, a man say, and you might be over air for, and then my name will be over air for my sister. The United me now, girls are becoming, or women are becoming doctors, and then pilots as well. First, and then man, you can't nurse, and my sister, and then also ANS. And she may meet me, I can say, oh my boy, but I don't know.
We need to see. So still now I'm on the young should be the zeal. I'm the boss because also the young country do when you feel want to little go it's not done to the papa. And this day, Mr. Mo was sorry, the basic schools are it to now your money take around you all your performance. It's a set to remember.
It's a samba papa. So from school say last first we nya secondary school science and maths. This time everybody said last year there were 3 girls a former holy child pursue science and maths science courses Enti aboa papa. First na a man who maths are almost sure. And I think it's the way that we were teaching them. Since I'm normal practical. Your mom who said science and math, it's part of us. We can't do without science and math. Even when you are eating, when you are walking, whatever you do, it's about science and math. It's in the about again. It's more to market there. What this year for pana, I'm not big brain, so I call money.
Right, it does. If I know, let's see this. There's a number of questions you ask when you are doing the circuit work, when you are doing the finance work. Do they receive what are the topics to be asking questions before the time, or the one doesn't know anything about it?
Okay, thank you. For before the quiz comes, we had meeting with all teachers in the metro.
Okay.
So the directorate, we are now using a new curriculum.
Okay.
But Cape Coast Metro per se, we sat with all teachers, science and math teachers, and we rescheduled the curriculum in a way that the whole Cape Coast Metro, we are doing common curriculum. That's a scheme of planning, scheme of work,
Learning, yeah.
Learning, yeah. So we are all following the same thing. So before the quiz starts, I've given them areas from the curriculum that they should follow. But after that, when the form 3s are gone, we are using the whole curriculum for the quiz. Because for quiz, questions can come from diverse areas. If you limit them to only first and second term curriculum, then it means that if they should proceed to a certain level, they will miss. So we make the topics and the areas, especially science, math, and then ICT. So they are all aware of that, and the teachers take their children through effectively. That's also what brought them. You can see how they were answering the questions mostly.
Yeah, again, let us know this. You mentioned science, math, and ICT. Why don't you add the history, sometimes the current affairs? Because I'll be part of a few panel members doing an interview. I asked a teacher who is coming to teach that who is your assembly member and how many years have you stayed in the community? She tried to tell me that she has stayed in the community more than 15 years, but she doesn't know that assembly member. It is not important for us to add the current affairs, as you know, sometimes when we talk about math and Sanskrit, or when we talk about quizzes, we see that we have history, current affairs, and things. How do you add that?
Okay, thank you. For the history and the current affairs level, we call it general quiz.
Okay.
So that one, when we are celebrating anniversary or school program something, we do general quiz for students. That is when we do science, mathematics, English, and general knowledge for that one. But this specific one is for math and science. Only that you can't do with math and science without ICT. Okay. And now the ICT, they have graduated to computing. Okay. So that was what forced us to add the ICT to it, but not that we have neglected the general knowledge. At the right time, as things unfold, maybe it will come on board.
Yeah. In terms of sustainability, you mentioned that you started off in maybe 2 years or 3 years. Because you didn't get sponsors, then you jumped to this year, or you failed of maybe 1 or 2 years. Yeah. So, why that? Are you sure that sustainability will work and the following year will still do it?
Yeah, definitely. With my experience for last 3 years and this year, now I'm exposing myself to some individuals for sponsorship. We first targeted some organizations and firms and companies, but that rather wasn't happy. This year, for instance, I've written to some departments thinking they will support, but we couldn't get support from those departments rather. To my surprise, individuals and friends that I contacted has rather made the program a success. So it's a big lesson that I've learned, and I know we can still sustain it if those individuals and close friends and other departments support this program. And the metro office as well. Only that this year things didn't go well, so much did not come from the management. But I think from next year, we even plan extending it to upper primary. That was our target. But our director traveled, and we said no, let's do the JHS one and have a confirmation. Then from next year, we'll start off from upper primary so that we can prepare them from the grassroots.
Let share my family. I want to pick one from the schools, basic, the junior high. I live with them on your second level. Juniors, I want to was in terms of who are the dear man to overcome home. You don't have to talk about because I don't know how I didn't the mindset. You are still about long distance, a foot to mobile, big to travel. So on this organization issues, you see that it come even if we is the bed together. As our masters, I want to know because I don't know according to the explanation. You can't tell us or black papa. What I did black papa. And say going forward, this is the 2 years. None of one. The next time you should differ.
Yeah, because I can say, Eddie, but calling so with this program, whether head teachers and the more as almost all I say, Emma, it's me, then Koran with school about the program center.
But young share MC and culture one more the center. Maybe I can resort to my quadro. Na a bonus in Korea, and now surprising me, or surprising me, or surprising me, papa. And send into school, into noon, and sorry, secretary to me there. In Korea, the same paper, look at you, the Moko fees, I don't know. I don't know, but surprisingly, papa. It's the young our museum, no question that. Kakao to Korea, send a double train conversation. Now I'm him.
Shell. Shell as in SHELL. Example is a command prompt in Windows. So you go and find out. Your ICT is down. ICT teachers, we have to do more. A photo circuit, your major question. What software component manages communication between hardware device and the operating system, allowing them to function properly? No? You still have a chance? No. Then out donors to Abu?
Operating software.
No. Yes, Ola?
Computer system software.
No. So because you don't want to try. It's device driver or device drivers. Abu, your major question. Which system software is responsible for protecting the computer system from malicious softwares, viruses, and other security threats?
Information security software.
No. No, you still have a chance. You lose it. Bonus to Ola.
Antivirus software.
That's correct for Apple. That's correct for Apple. Kepkos, your major question. What software category includes utilities for optimizing system performance,
cleaning up big space, troubleshooting common issues.
Delete software. Delete software.
Delete software. No. And you know, definitely one person will take the lead. And in my hand is selected few students for camping or for more training. So I have Uriel Gati here from Ola Circuit, Mami Sam from the Futu Circuit, Emmanuel Bruno from Abum Circuit, Andrea Amo from Abum Circuit, and then Henry Opon from Tepo Circuit. These people are selected for the Metro in terms of regional championship. I will do a special training for them. Ladies and gentlemen, let's clap. Let me use this opportunity in the name of Metro Education Directorate, the Director in terms of regional championship. I will do a special training for them. Ladies and gentlemen, let's clap. Let me use this opportunity in the name of Metro Education Directorate, the Director
when you know the clan, the mental in the film there. So I want to go and show you if you listen, and you already kill nephew to you. Another, I'm going to suspect Michelle will come and be doing, no, sir, I've been more. I said, it's a Russia, the Atuna Arcade. Yes, I don't know, going forward in terms of this organization purpose. We learn to maybe do more than what we have done so. Yeah. So going forward, still now we should maintain the same contestant for the next year, or it's better for us to train more people as when we went off where we are discussing about it.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you, Mr. Actually, I informed the teachers already. Since the program is here with us, is coming to stay. I urge all teachers and head teachers to train the students all the way from Form 1, basic 7, 8, and 9. So that even when the Form 3s are not there, we still have a team to deal with. As I say already, we have a plan of starting from upper primary.
Okay.
So it means especially schools that have primary and JHS, they will have a full team of upper primary and then JHS people in a team. That will help the future competitions.
Well, let's see. Yesterday, I think we are going to use maybe 2 rounds or 3 rounds, 5 rounds. Yes, the basic schools and
yeah. Actually, per my experience with the SHS level,
okay.
And then there is another basic one at the Kumasi KUST.
Okay.
There are rounds. We can make it 4 rounds though. But you see, the first round is such that you open it to the student as a starter. They have 2 chances to pronounce their answers. But the subsequent rounds, you give them only 1 space. So round 1 is open maths and science ICT. You can answer. If the answer is not right, you can come back again. By round 2, we call it faster brain, faster hand. That is when the real training is. So that has even urge more students to participate. They are fast in thinking. That's why we call it critical thinking. And that's smartness. So if you are able to press the bell faster and your answer is correct, then you take the day. So that was also passed. Then the next round is true or false, which is always compulsory in every quiz program. So true or false, if you get it wrong, -1. So that one too is when you subtract from some people and some people add on. So the quiz become to be clear from true or false. The problem of the day is always practical, either mathematics or science. So the students are allowed to express themselves by answering few practical questions. Apart from that, riddle is like tiebreaker. That's the last round. That is why it extends to 5 rounds. So in case of tie, riddle time is when that tie will be broken. So round 5, this is the full meaning of the round 5, just to train them for future contests.
Sir, you share around a material the Uber Association, so the Ibana contain chair, do we have enough materials when you're in basic school, sir? Between the education and then maths, next science in this year, don't need anything. I don't know, he will bring me there, usually, former MP, former Deputy Speaker, Honorable Battle Group. So I'm not made imagine, see, or Abra. Where are we? At first, a bad brown can sign up for all social welfare trouble, and how often, and teaching a business car and no school means about transportation. But looking at our center, made this way, we have enough materials for all your basics because I don't know, only the school, bar, we are not sure. It's the metro who are taking in charge. We have enough materials, sir.
Thank you. Well, like I said, science and maths are not taught in abstract, whereas the kids will not enjoy. And see, like I say, Korea for boy, they give us with some of the materials. Actually science and then maths. But in Kameka say, in every school, I would say, particularly for the science, lab, science lab. And when they performed the experiments, I remember I took them to Holy Child, their chemistry lab. As they were doing it, almost like, oh my God, first science and maths in abstract. You don't know what formula name with them, but when we use the material, we say, and then you say, a man call an energy. So going forward, we can make a say, and I say, let's suggest to say, we but we need more.
So, this is my friend, school prep. What's your so the KDs or whatever, lower primary, upper primary? He said, no, my friend number 2 is a share bringing now. It's very interesting because upper class and then the little class go to the amount to the science. So going for the urban the competition there, we take that person. And then the parents and already we are preparing our children in terms of the magic and some of them to the school.
For the preparation, yeah, and I say to select the kids. Observe them. From KG, right from KG. We have centers, different centers in the classroom. Or visit one particular center. One day, science corner. They have books in one or paper. Nice, I want any interest. From primary and then JHS and so on. Yes, primary they have different centers. JHS2 we have. So we observe the kids. Now we're interested in it. Let's help the child develop that talent. Or we help identify the talent of that kid. And then the parents too. We have to encourage our kids. I don't know but on him But as we encourage them, they are able to my general or school, I don't say, or was I any general anymore into all children, like I say, and so that is how we do it.
Let's take this. We have parents and guardians in terms of our various schools. Relationship and communication in terms of various families fall into our schools. If we lost these two things, the parents are taking their part in terms of looking after their kids, the relationship and the communication taking place in the family as well as in the school. If we lost these two things, can this affect the learning of the science and math schools?
Oh, so Omar, this will highly, it will highly affect, because parental care is one of the key components of successful education. So if there is that bridge of communication between the teacher, the head teacher, second supervisor, parent, and student, it's going to create a very big hole. Because when teachers give homework, for instance, if the parent did not put in his or her intervention, it becomes a problem. That is what is bringing the difference between public schools and private schools. Private school, because parents pay so much, you see them supervising their one's homework, and they can even call the teacher, say, Madam, sir, how do we do it? My child couldn't help her. But when it comes to public schools, that gap is what is creating so much hole. So when we talk about the effect of that, I will say highly it will affect science and math. For science and math, to us, Sarah said, it's supposed to be practical. But most of our teachers, because of lack of apparatus and other materials, TLMs, they are going the theoretical way. So as days are unfolding, we are organizing courses and programs for them to also go the practical way for the student to understand. So that communication gap shouldn't be should be there at all. It shouldn't be, because it will highly affect the performance of the student.
Let's see this also. The basis and process of every child in a school. There are some schools, when we started moving around in terms of doing this basic examination, you could see that some schools, they are off office. Tables and chairs are not available.
Yeah.
Where the school was situated is very bad. Do this also affect the learning, the teaching and learning in schools as well as this science and math? Because in the school, where the school is situated, where the students will sit and learn are all negative, would this also affect the students?
Yeah, it will highly. I use the word highly because that's one of the key components of successful education. It will affect them. In terms of furniture, I think the assemblymen, the Metro Assembly and MPs, they are doing their best to provide some of these, our basic schools, some of the chairs and tables and chairs and things that they need, but it's not enough. Most of them, you see the mono decks, they call it mono because they are to sit on it one as a person. But now, some of the schools are even pairing. Apart from pairing, some are sitting in trees. So it becomes difficult when it comes to learning. Some of the schools have as much as numbers. So students sitting in mono decks, 2, 3, is a problem. And some do not have their chair at all. You see some of them standing, or some are pitching on top of the table. So these are all problems. If it should continue like that, it will highly affect our performance, especially in the science and math.
Sir, you shall so teaching almost about your science and math, one science, one math, in terms of the communication and ability to work everything in order. Within 1 year, 2 years, our school went it's a to know about one way teaching it with an alcohol before. If you saw a crowd time, what's there? Transfer is part of the business. You cannot ignore transfers. But indeed, there is a frequent transfer in terms of teaching. All of the doesn't settle the school. All of a sudden, when you make your own alcohol, also a bit more affect. here addition here addition. So travel be me na directly. In that transfer start of the business. But there wasn't a be at the position with because I'm in the mode was a different. It's was nothing.
I can say yeah back outside. I dare walk in paper necessary. You will be transferred to where your services are needed most. It's if you are you know aircon and I say the office over there over why are there? It's if you are school the air like my infant call say you are waiting me abwa almost. So I think transferring teachers bad. It's very encouraging in Colana say and I say there ojina woni eche wa de no na ebema ohu a it's like the concept just get your concept. As for transfers there a cost of it's a cost of because we shall be in the paper no appointment letter no emma yes you will be transferred to where your services are needed most. It's transferring a teacher the service baby it's in a call. So we
do the now I'm education. I mean,
add something to what she said. Okay. So when it comes to transfer of teachers, she said it already. Where your services are needed.
Okay.
But most of the transfers are also triggered by a request.
Okay.
Maybe the teacher is a lady teacher. She wants to join the husband somewhere, or there is a problem with that lady teacher in the school. So the office, the directorate thought it wise to move that teacher from that school to another. Or again, school is lacking particular teacher and they see that spirit in a teacher in a certain school. There is a need to move that teacher. Then myself, I'm an typical example. When I was at AIFUA those days, you are aware we were making 100% a BEC record, and something was happening at Filipino Boys, which was 0%. So I was moved in there to as an intermediary. I should go and intervene and see how we organize it. And behold, that very year, with the strategy we were using at AE4 St. Mary's those days, we used the strategy and it works for us. So that was internal transfer. So some transfers are necessary. Others too, maybe, as you say, frequent. If the transfer is frequent, that one too can also affect. But most of the transfers are for the betterment of our schools and the metro.
That's why we are not so I'm a constitution more can the China the same as the to make a transfer is part of a human to marry. But if the baby shall run a teacher school or to school to Mrs. Outright. To know from the school no for the teacher they want to know. But in aspirant to any teacher. Abel, the system was started on record 5 years. Mr. Dominic said a 5 years, then we to the if you are so quick, away could be asking, no, so 4 years with the system to Naba, if you to miracle. But if you go home, man, I won't choose them, so I'm so sure. That's one way to teach me to make you. Only a parent consent, so some of the parents they are complaining about all this thing. It's your other hand child, hate it your other hand child. Whereas when you move around, like was one shade down Sassy, you could see the echo stood there and take you don't hear any sound. But if you the school will happen, people the campus let's say they are there. The school will say, hey, what will be sound need to be it's the leadership there, no. It's a more school business, I'm not answer that, but it's true.
Yeah.
It's true because we cannot beat that school in terms of when the teachers are all we are so cool and the teachers are also cool. But in one of the community support is also part. We are a future precisely. Because community about him or they're not. But they don't call the other schools only but the zeal of the schooling is limited. Yes, a football or competing meeting when you are very school or But how many queens to the man and boy? A woman, a woman, phone, and baby, man's when I affect on your school. In a man's school to school. So, okay, metro. And but this is how we said I was cementing that because of a brilliant in the actually why there you much no fee, no to affect no from us, Sabi. Pay for you about the signing. I forgot to pay you, but it would be baby no, it wouldn't pay for a custom why I'm a family. Each child of politics. But not from marginalization, the part of the also marginalization is very many things in our community. It's a young was in a few to you there. It's a musha, I science and math quiz here, what you mean basic. Amber as a person, no to me, Ankasa, why I can offer the to know to talk to them, every damn purpose. Each other said, the more from me, who come to me. Say, I mean, I do up a secondary school to me, young Paza. Better than open Uso. And then they're marking the Wutu and the Wutu Muso. Bibia, you are up there, the Wutu Muso. It's a Bibia, the uncle was all basic, or some more than is a man. But we need Sika, we need wonders. Very serious. If you make a soha, and I can't go to the to you, I can't miss the Benjamin. One man at church because Church in there are at zero a better school. Most of them maybe still private. All the so I I believe play on Quackagy, or to the play man can but it didn't know young uncle dinner. I all students full our schools are over the good say, confusion, Papa, in the I'm a great, I'm uncle, but it's so easy, pa. But not a block, or your basic school with you, no to the VC of CCT, Cape Coast Technical University. Papa, you never there but we need your support. We need your support. And as I say, you support in this case to Mambo. Laptops are there 10 way to the Baba. I'm on that big deal to work with. No laptop or no problem about Wasson. Equipment to see the basic school. You were here up there. I catch your secondary school that. Let's say, or there's an over country. Is in a room to with him. I'm a 10 year a 2 year accord. Or when they try at a chef now to come on to tell you. If I was in the house with the I said about 2 o'clock in the day. You know 1 a.m. I said to Wanda. You know I question the setting. The guesses and process of between one and 3 years part of the business. Because and son now, all about Bokovas is some trouble for you if you let to beg. You're not also to me. Yes, I'm in the school so to say. Never was in the future go. But there are yesterday school all students. That's so basic. It's yes, I relate. No to me, no Cocoa, no the best is on to offer the temple. Who said to you, tell them why you have to into a bread? You were usually going for a day. Next time on that there, you got to travel, you must ask you, you must ask what the book will be a Canada. The man captain Tema, be better to know to work because we share it be made there the attention to the secondary school. It's really the same attention to the basic. Yeah. But you know, what's asking why you baby? I said, maybe one of the there. So Sikano no more because I be 8,000 or bank government market and the dad. I bet I bet chance I will be 8,000 and listen. Into your say, Kitu Abiansa, going for the Robert say to come Kutiza, but tire from him. Now we should be national. Ya shall see a bit now with the number to my to go about and Coronado, one son coming be all to more but no me know how available oh pa. No, remember, I will fly your communities. We can do more. We can do it. Sometimes it will be like we are launching the program before the program starts. It also can be a business. Then we have the seed money. Seed money will be like, okay, we have 20,000. We have the Ghana. We have for car go tomorrow. Until you know 2,000 Ghana cities. What should we them? What should we them? What was our problem looking at Ambakani? Until we are pleading with all parents. They are members in Obian, some will be there. Next year, and then next time, our staff are organizing. Literally, the members in the field. One charges, one symptom. MC, I may share on your school now. Obama was on your queen. If you took on one side, I'll give you the signal. Because I believe, like this, we have 4 circuits. As a quiz master, you don't have any school, plus your judges. but in your heart, you mind it be between it, but since I didn't think. So on the 4 schools in I'm a member shady, in the photo physics. By the starting point, you know between was okay. Sometimes what brings that change? We know the school be and the second we walk up all of a sudden. I have a moment.
Yo,
okay, you never come from.
all right. Actually, that one is the zeal.
Okay.
The consistent focus.
Yeah.
Because looking at all the circuits myself, during the prelims, I was surprised at Ola.
Okay.
Ola brought Form 1 student.
Okay.
But I was surprised they were able to match them. They were first in their prelims.
Okay.
And when I saw a photo too, looking at the quantum of teachers, the quality of teachers that brother, I say, wow, today is going to be good. But for Abum to take over, it was later I realized that I think one of the girls, they have earlier team with the basic 3, that's JHS 3. So they've been training consistently. It was after the quiz I found out to know that the head teacher has made it possible for Adisco science teachers to come to the basic school, take them through the quiz prelims. So when it comes to experience, I would say that is what they used to overcome the rest of the circuit.
So, also really careful, never surprise you to know.
The kind of say, the reality is, first, my cancer, even the secondary school, you share secondary school, bomb them parties, and no one says, a bit me about say, or more from the crown, but I am there saying, more sure. So anything can happen. Yeah, I don't. I just check my name now. Okay. Yes.
Right. And so, let's share a boom. Those really come out back. No, even if it's a man can tell the people in the council. Who has no this. It's a boom for another auto institution. A boy, which was on young queen, what the reason.
What's your preparation towards?
Your preparation towards.
Okay, so it was through hard work and determination. We always plan to win for this thing, so we work towards it. Coming to school on Saturdays, Sundays, and rehearsing a lot towards this camp, towards the winning of this camp.
So when you are coming, do you think that you want? Do you think that you won the game or what?
Yes.
How far did you seek this program? Do you wish that every term they should organize this?
Yes, please.
Are you sure?
Yes, please.
Yeah, so what is your advice to your colleagues?
Advise them to take math and science seriously because it's not just a subject. They can take it to so many places as well as compound. And say thank you for organizing this competition. I saw a lot of us. I saw us discuss my calculation in the past during certain parts of the business.
So you are from which circuit?
Abum circuit.
Your name?
And Grananaya
Class?
Form 2.
Emmanuel Konoba Bruno, JHS 2.
Thank you very much. Right, my former name, I want to have the card with the school. And say, in Quincy, Waba Mother for who said to Naka, and then what to know about home over them purposes. It's a here comes out the new answer, sir. Don't should Henry and so you are smable upon one of former, one of more would to move to Oba, Madame to Marco. Parents, what are you to me to the boy in my former? I don't want to walk to school. I mean, you get back to my career.
parents, we have a lot to do. You will. I saw the papa. Say, papa school na obe perform here. And yet teacher no kwan ejina so. Yes, we will teach all right. They won't say but without the parents, we can't achieve our aim. I call on the school. The homework I did a man on yet. Me stories be brave about me to and Kawaha. It's the best reverence, you know, Omungwa and Colano. And yes, your pastor, your teaching work. Yes, I parenting our school. I call on you about the day or the year for the final or the baby. Obey or say, which will be an man. Without that, or better not can answer why they all kind in our own tea. It's parents or as soon as papa. Now, your boy, your man, so I think it will help. It will go a long way to help the children.
The message to this sense of masculine they are see. I'm not saying about culture kind of what to say. They have been born to me here to the sir, before I start.
The American say, yeah, science and maths, yeah, shall say, they be here on more be brave. Without their support, we can't survive. Yeah, home battery and tea, yes, sure. Say, whenever we call them, on GSO, now intimate from what in Colorado.
Mr. Your message to the parents as well as the sustainability more and smallness.
Yeah. Thank you, Mr. Omar. What I would like to say is, it is not easy though. It is not easy to organize such a program. Parents, I know they are doing a lot for their students, teachers, and the community. But this time around, we need their support, especially those who can sponsor us to continue this program. It will be very nice. Our doors are open for those who are ready to support the program. Because before we organized this, it was a hectic time. We have to pass through tin and tongs before this program was successful. So I will ask that those who are willing and ready to help should unveil themselves or make themselves available for us to contact them, so that next time I think we'll see more better things than this. We have to, even the awards, we have to struggle to give the student award. That shows it is the awards that give them the zeal. Next time, me too, I will participate. But if by the close of the day, the awards are not appealing, it means the rest of them, their spirit will go down. So parents, please, we need your support.
Right, the brother, I Sarah and the boss at the new brother was a papa. But one banner did a meeting to that. But you see there, you could hear you. After me to the sir, yeah, for whom I also be to hard need the public to share the viewer or draw his attention or come. Whether want to embark where they are, if it is possible, with some of the cameras there, maybe to me a crack of war, 9 years. The autumn oracle, a senator, first soon, now premium now. I feel better from Logo. It's a very nice to me. Why this is the between your colleague. Then when I signed the soon or senior high school quiz, and or so pa, no good so to look of so. The parents did Muslim in this shop, so a basic schools made the Muslim so to only be able to meet. It is a school in point, and you always pick up for Friday to me. Abandon basic school quiz, whatever. Now it is in the man. But we have people in the society they can do. And the people of the land, if you know simple, this is important to no man to have this. But so Orkada is so lisica. Now if you be mafia, because I hate it, it's simple for me. I hate to me and our boss. You do that, I want to show because I show time to me send or one the sika to me. Don't send it to me. No, the demand is what's in there. You can't move forward because. Quite remember, I can't do some time preparatory school for us or papa. You can or a authority and you bless. Yesterday, or now come home, terms of citation, what to the mom. No more for to make sure good. You are seen as I'm not in there, Mary, nephew, Nara, but may Jessica, but or showing the young as papa into the national community to the mom. It's also the would be a or should. Second, I can hear about no moon. Bede do ahi ne sikana mutu no watena ho wo ayo nche yenya afọbọ no ntu no ndọso ma wuzine dada o mesa na kelata and we delete or pick up with the same number so 25 na tell you ko for all science and mathematics on the man say no we try na more could be because first time we na no kwa ba me school or school be ka second guy go ko na ho so ibiza it be na say to bank so if the lecturer have that pick up there iboko kwa yakwa kama buma miketu okwaina yabuka so we need people who can support school until yes I'm directorate so how mutum kan mutum koyi bia so wo besu heritage na ani na ye campaign bi ntombo you school advocate na be campaign to manko no ombo mi to no benefit na fi ntom ko e be da biara asi domo wo to mo ahwe or your internet and Facebook or both of I can't show you into that. I don't know what is still waiting. I don't know or your data car. What's the second data party the 5th month to for Sufo Nina better so papa they be able to know share Costa TV and Copa possible office in the university and make sure the papa they be able to actually it was a Professor coming about the prof the mission. They be also to na attachment painting and be also to na akodo fima na prayer me hu ye dwuma we fia job boy market na the MC director aya Babs na mission there ya una to no come from market we dey na ha ko bia le hu me de na se pi there we to na wa boa so there anka aban ni pay office ka samdo aya finance minister Mindu Okro aba makan dan he nkontai balance aka na oge bia hilo so be di aka ho ni nti finance minister abakan kan content bo maza hweko sa TV is the live footage between us abroad da he balance aka en kaja na Ghana we scrap bi an kaja ni za na YouTube na hwe ni mo finance minister da e bi gana na mo maza o me skip yi basic school ni sika o ba school ni ma ba na secondary school ko sika ni title o me bi basic school down na you can be his guy check and even that here the system the doors ankasa business Omar bin Abdallah oh you too follow the player the people boss say here but let me tell you make us know you know baba
what software category includes utilities for optimizing system performance, cleaning up disk space and troubleshooting common issues?
Delete software. Delete software.
Clean software. No.
Application software.
No.
Debugging software.
No. Ola. Give the pen and talk to me.
Optimizing software.
No. My answer is system utilities. And an example is disk cleanup. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. This has brought us to the end of round one. And let's go to the explore master and see what is going on.